Hi, my name is David Mulligan, and welcome to the Writer's Block on Virtual Channel Network. Today we're going to be going over the original script, Alien, which was actually a whole bunch of people have been involved with this script. This script was written at a time when they only had typewriters. There's no computers. 1978, can you believe? And a whole bunch of people are involved with this. And the script that came out in 1978 is very different, very interesting than most of the produced scripts that I've read, especially on this show. One of the things that you should take note of the script, you should read the script, is that it's very sparse. The sentences are short. There's lots of dialogue, but there's also lots of action. It does carry very well. But one of the things that you're going to notice that's really awesome, and it's something that I want to take with me, maybe not for a whole script, but for certain parts of maybe a certain particular scene for pacing. No sentence in this script goes all the way to the end. I don't know. There might be one or two. Let's not split hairs. You might be able to find one that goes all the way across. And remember, there's a whole bunch of writers here, and we're only looking at one version, and I don't know. This is not the final shooting version. But this script, having no sentence go all the way to the right margin. You're reading down the page. You're reading very quickly, and it's pretty amazing read, because at first I would feel that you can't do it. Like, look, you may be a great writer, but to go for that rule for whatever reason, I think the reason is for pacing and for easy reading. Are you going to lose something with that? Is it so important that your pacing is fast, that your action description is very sparse? Is that so important that it takes away from the reader's experience, especially when it's a sci-fi? When it's a sci-fi, you have to explain things to a reader that they may, of course they haven't. They've never seen in their lives. They've never seen another planetoid out in space, so on and so forth. So can you pull that off? No, let me go one step further. Can you pull that off and make such a great movie that it spawns sequels, not only sequels, but spin-offs? The Predator movies, of course, Predator versus Alien. So here we are. We are looking at a script that was written definitely on a typewriter. The original title for this script, if you didn't know, is called Star Beast. Wow, not really a great title. So, what do you do with that? You sit down and you're saying, hey, we got to make this movie. What do we change it to? It's called Star Beast. I don't know how they got to the word alien or whatever, but it's brilliant. It works. And of course, the movie is awesome. So let's get into the script, and let's talk about what these writers did. There's like 4 writers that put their hearts and soul in this. So we're getting kind of a conglomerate. But still, the story is there. On the first page, we have a couple of quotes, and this is something that obviously didn't make it into the movie, and 9 times out of 10 or 99 times out of 100, they never get into the movie. But I have a soft spot for them. I love quotes, and I love quotes in the beginning of the movie. I just love that sort of, they throw something on there, and it gives a little taste, a little hint of the tone of the theme, that sort of thing. And I always enjoy it, and even though they didn't have it in the movie, I enjoy the fact that they put it in the script for the reader. So let's say we're reading this as a spec script. You're a reader for an agency or a production company, and you're looking for the next big movie to bring to your producer to produce. And incidentally, this script got a lot of great feedback from its readers back in 1978, if you can believe that. And one of the readers that was doing coverage on it, and this is on IMDb Pro, it's there, and I'm paraphrasing too, so. But they said this script is Jaws in space. Brilliant, brilliant. And especially in 1978. I mean, it's just really awesome. So here's the quote Read it with me here. Science fiction plucks from within us our deepest fears and hopes, and then shows them to us in rough disguise. The monster and the rocket. And I don't know who this person is, W.H. Auden. I'm not really sure. I didn't look it up. But what a great quote. Because why? Well, because this movie is exclusively that. It's about a ship. Hold on, let me find the name of the ship is Nostromo. Nostromo is the name of the ship. Now, where does the name come from? We have a number of ships here because it's actually two ships, or one's an escape pod. Each of the names come from Joseph Conrad. Joseph Conrad did Man of a Thousand Faces or something like that. He writes about myths and specifically storytelling and stuff like that. If you don't know who Joseph Conrad is, you're really new to the game. Welcome, screenwriter. But definitely take a look at Joseph Conrad because he's got a lot to say about what makes a good story, what makes a good movie. The quote that they use for Joseph Conrad here is, "We live as we dream, alone," which is pretty awesome. In his books, there are specific names, and the writers had decided at some point, for whatever reason, to use the names from Joseph Conrad as the name of the two ships in this movie, which is kind of cool. It's I like that sort of thing where you don't just pick a name arbitrarily. Oh, let's just call it this or call it that. No, let's call it something that means something to us, and of course, may mean something to the audience.